Step is hitting grout to the wall. The grout on the tile just kind of smooths everything out, kind of blends it in to the wall, doesn't make the tile look so bare. So what I'm doing, I got a little bit, couple pieces that I put on my trowel there, couple clumps I put on my trowel there. See, if you got your grout mix too watery, then it falls off of your trowel. If you have it too dry, then it falls off your trowel just in clumps, and it doesn't really do anything. But if you have it in this good mixture, right in the middle, then what it can do then is it will stay on your trowel, and it will stay on there pretty good, so that you can attach it to the wall, so that you can get it to the wall. Otherwise it will just fall right on the ground. It won't be any good at all. But I have there's a rubber trowel that I have that would be better for this, but I can't find it, so I just figured I'd use the trowel and the sponge. I have to use the sponge anyway, so it's all right. It's not that big of a deal. What I'm doing though is I want to take the edge that's not serrated. I want to take the sharp edge. I want to have that on the top, and the serrated edge can be on the bottom, because the clean edge is what makes it possible for me to rub the grout off of my trowel and onto the wall and onto the tile, onto the ceramic tile. I didn't get down real good, and there's a crack there on the bottom. I wanted to point out of how I'm doing. I'm pushing the grout into the cracks in between the ceramic tiles. That's what I'm doing, and I use the sharp edge or the clear edge of the trowel to push the grout into the cracks in between the tile. See, as your grout gets more and more dry, then it becomes harder and harder to put to attach or to smooth out the grout on top of the tile. So, and this is really hard. It's kind of difficult for me, was the corner, because I couldn't put my trowel in the corner, and I couldn't figure out a way to smash in the grout. Now, if I have a trowel that has some rubber on it, then I can jam the grout into the corner without too much difficulty. But I couldn't find it at this moment, so I'm doing the best I can with with the hard trowel, sharp trowel that I have right now. What I do after that to even out or to smooth out the edges of the grout that I put in, I want to use a wet sponge and just kind of lightly, very very lightly, wipe away the grout. Because if I use the sponge, if I rub it hard on the tile, then it'll just take away the grout. It'll take away all the grout. So all that grout that I put on there, it'll just take it all away. So I have to go very very soft, very very lightly over the grout and over the tile, so I don't pull too much away. But I just wanna touch it, touch it up just a little bit so it looks good. And there I'm using my sponge, to get a little bit more areas. And this right here, this is what I forgot. I forgot to get a pail, a bucket, and put some water in it. Put some clean water in it. It would have been a lot easier to just use the sponge first with that watery bucket, but I didn't do that. It's been a little bit of time since I've done the grouting, so but it's not too bad. It came out all right. I'm okay with it. There's a sealer that you can put on the grout so that the grout doesn't go away whenever you get it wet from like mopping or whatever. But without the sealer, then it's pretty good. With water it would deteriorate slowly, but without the sealer, then it stays pretty good. It deteriorates, but it deteriorates pretty slowly, so it's all right. And that was a couple hours later. I'm surprised. I'm doing this almost. It's getting closer to winter time, and so the grout doesn't dry up so quickly as it does whenever you're doing this grouting in the summer, the grouting job in the summer. And there's Jack.